Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be taking you through the power of pitching. I'll basically be sharing my journey with pitching, where pitching has taken me and what I've learned throughout the journey of me pitching for my startup company. So let's get into the presentation prepared by myself. Everything in the presentation will be a journey of where I've been, where I've went through, all the lessons that I've learned, and still going forward. As I've done pitching multiple times now, I believe for the past 2 years. So I'll be taking you guys through my journey as a startup owner who has engaged in multiple pitching sessions, attended various pitching sessions, others as a mentor or a judge at other pitching competitions like hackathons, for example. So let's get into it. So I believe you already know me, but I would like to also reintroduce myself to you. My name is Tato Semenya, founder and innovator at Blue Dynamics. I have a diploma in software development. Yes, I did IT and also the facilitator of the Northwest Future Skills Development Program. And I also did AI software development just after I did my software development at the Rosebank College. And also been an entrepreneur since 2022. I've also been incubated and still in an incubation program, yes, since 2022. So that's me, that's Tato Semenya. For some of you guys who did not know my background or where I came from. So that's me. So I'm now just going to share a bit of progress with the company and pitching since we started. So as we started Blue Dynamics in 2022, there's a hackathon that we entered. It was a Nemisa hackathon. Hackathons usually last for the whole weekend, no sleep. So this was my first hackathon that I actually attended. This was the first hackathon, the Nemisa hackathon. The hackathon went well, the fatigue, the exhaustion, interacting with multiple people, going to war rooms. It was a great experience. So we actually won that hackathon with the platform that we came up with. They actually liked the idea. So we actually won the hackathon in 2022, and then in early 2023, we went to Durban, where we went to compete now nationally. We did not win the national event, but for the regions, we did win the Nemisa Hackathon, which was a very great experience as someone who's just starting, because this was now the start of me as an entrepreneur or as someone who would like to start their own business and solve our social issues. So this was the start, the Nemisa Hackathon. We'll never forget that one. And then we go into 2023. This is when I actually entered the MTN App of the Year. So they basically had many categories. The category that I entered was Best Hackathon Solution. Since now I do have experience with the hackathons, actually one hackathon, but I did have an experience of what happens, what goes on. I now entered the MTN App of the Year, where I entered under the category of Best Hackathon Solution. I entered the hackathon, I did pitch, there was multiple presenters, and the reason I'm doing this video is because some of the people in the category that I chose actually had great ideas, but because they cannot articulate it or they can't present it well enough for the audience to fully understand and grab what they actually say and see the value, that was a challenge. The pitching part was the challenge. The idea is there, the solution is there, great, everything's fine, but pitching it or giving it to your target audience, it's an issue. So I'm doing this video to also kind of give you guys some tips or help based on my experience. So we won the awards, the hackathon. It was also a weekend hackathon. I presented. There was a round of presentations, and then there was a mentor who was awarded to you. So you had casual engagements with your mentor, giving you tips and feedback for the final presentation. The final presentation came, killed it, won the Best Hackathon Solution Award. We actually got an award. Unfortunately, I could not attend the award ceremony due to finances, but I'll go into that one later. And then the same year, there was a Northwest pitching competition which took place around November, I think. That was last year actually. I entered the Northwest pitching competitions. Yet again, we started at the regional. At the regionals, we went there, we pitched, we won, we got selected for the regionals. Went on to the next stage to the provincial. The provincial, we went there. So basically, they were selecting 10 winners, and then the top three will now be selected to go to the nationals. So we got there. There was many people, many entrepreneurs, brilliant solutions, brilliant products. It was a very, very nice engagement and event. So basically, what happened at the Northwest pitching competition, we were divided into certain groups where we had to pitch as a group to each other, and then they select the top pitchers to go now to pitch at the final pitching session on stage in front of the investors and judging panel. What happened? Yeah, we pitched. I pitched to my group then. I was one of the selected SMMEs to now go pitch at the final pitching presentations later that afternoon. We went there, we pitched, and I also killed that presentation, gave it my best. And then I did not make it into the top 3, but I did make it into the top 10 SMMEs that were selected for the Northwest Province. I was one of the top 10, so that was another, another milestone for the company, as I was relatively new into this entrepreneurship space. So I was part of the top 10. We did get, or rather there was certain funds for all the SMMEs selected in the top 10. So as this was towards the year end, then 2024 came, which is this year. So this year there was also another pitching competition that I entered here in Mafikeng. That was part of the Tunza Lerole program. I'm not sure if some of you are familiar with that, but yes, I did enter the Tunza Lerole pitching competition. The pitching competition happened at Mafikeng Digital Innovation Hub, where they called all the SMMEs. Some of them were in the incubation program, some were just local SMMEs in Mafikeng, and I was actually one of those in the incubation program by the Mafikeng Digital Innovation Hub. Shout out to MDI Hub for all the assistance and business development they've assisted me with. So the pitch came, so now in this pitch they were only gonna select 3 winners, top 3 basically, and we were, I think, about 15 or so, if I'm not mistaken. It was early this year. It was a very wonderful pitching competition. Got to engage with people from the department, kind of get their insight, what they are looking for in SMMEs or in businesses that they actually fund. What is it that they look into? I got a really great insight from the pitching competition. Okay, back to the pitching competition. Yes, it was now time for the presentations there. You know me with my suit and stuff, looking all professional and formal, because that's always what I do when I present. I make sure that I look good. I represent my company as an elite company, So I did kill the presentation, did my best as always, waited for the results, and guess what? I was selected as the best presenter or best SMME for that event. I was actually the number 1 from the top 3. I won the first place in that presentation. It was a very, very wonderful experience. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to the hub for the assistance. So that's the progress. And then this slide is not fully updated, as there's a Northwest pitching competition this time for the 2024 one. It's not yet updated in this slide, but I did actually go to the regionals. I made it to the provincial and then did not get selected for the nationals, but I'll update the slides as time goes. So let's talk about the art of pitching. What is the art of pitching? As you can see, the visual there, that is me pitching. So the art of pitching basically is pitching or presenting your business idea, your solution or a compelling way to attract, or in a compelling way to attract funding, clients, or partnerships. So basically, this is where you sell. You sell your product, you sell your business, you sell your idea to potential investors or to your clients. Maybe you want to get more clients or partnerships to collaborate with other business owners or other larger enterprises. So why is pitching important, you may ask? As you have seen, I've attended multiple pitching competitions. So you might wonder, why does this guy always attends pitching, always is at a pitching competition, especially here in the Northwest? I'm always there or somewhere around that space of pitching in the Northwest. So pitching is important to secure funding. Some people don't see this as an opportunity to make money. Yes, you might have your product or services that you offer, but you can also use pitching as a way to make or raise money. You can use pitching to build partnerships. As you pitch there are some people in the crowd or in the audience who are also there to pitch, but actually when they hear your solution, there's ways you can actually collaborate with those people and grow your businesses together. You can partnership with others, or you can collaborate on a certain product which is going to now sell. You can actually look for ways to make money with others, even not by winning the pitching competition, but just hearing what they have to offer and what you have to offer, put those together, work on an amazing product which you can make a whole lot of money with. You can also drive sales. As you pitch, some people in the audience might be your customers, your potential clients. So pitching your idea or your solution or your services is also a way to drive sales, because after pitching, there's where now you network with other people. They might come to you, hey man, I heard you pitching about this and this and this. You know that I'm interested in this solution. Actually, our company wants something like this. Can you actually talk? Can you come to our offices? You see, you are now driving sales, and also enhances visibility. As I've said, I've attended multiple pitching competitions, especially here in the Northwest. So my company, Blue Dynamics, which is still growing, it's still at its early stages, but some people definitely know about this company. Some people definitely know about me because of these pitching competitions. So, as I've mentioned in the previous slide, we use pitching as a revenue stream, and that is what I'm doing currently. At Blue Dynamics, pitching is one of our revenue streams, which contributes more than 80% of our revenue up to now. Up to 2024, pitching has been our main source of revenue. So we have secured cash prizes from multiple pitching competitions. I wouldn't say the actual amount, but we have actually secured just less than 100K, less than 100,000 from pitching alone, not selling anything, not offering or delivering any service. From pitching alone, I've made less than 100,000, just shy of 100K there by pitching. So I've gained visibility and credibility, as I've said, especially in the technology space. Pitching has helped me get that awareness and visibility that I've wanted. So the picture that you can just see here, that was the Tunzalerole one that I talked about previously. This is the Tunzalerole event pitching competition where I took the first place as the SMME there. I pitched my solution. I got the money, as you can see. Some of you can actually zoom if you want to see how much that is. So Blue Dynamics was now established as a trusted brand in the tech space, in the education sector, as our tech solution is also in the education, because it's where we offer courses, where we offer skills development and training using leverage of technology and AI. So feedback from pitching competitions actually improved our message and also our business strategy. As I've said, especially with this one that you can see here, the Tunzalerole one, where there was now the department people there. The feedback from those guys actually gave me valuable insights into what is it that they're actually looking for, what is it that I can actually improve on what I have currently. So pitching isn't just for funding, pitching is a tool to build your brand and open doors. It actually has opened doors for me, because as Blue Dynamics, as a startup, there's a lot of things that you actually do. You have to do your marketing, your brand identity, all those things you have to do, your marketing strategies and all that at the beginning, where you're now building your brand. So when you pitch, getting in front of people, I believe by pitching, you are not only in front of the people in the room, because some of these pitching sessions are actually streamed online. So you get yourself in front of many people just by pitching, and also by doing that, you can also make yourself some money for the company. Just like I said, I use this pitching as a source of revenue, and it's the main source of revenue for my company currently in 2024. So tips for SMMEs on pitching. So before I go into these ones, I believe you can see there's a screenshot there. This was the MTN App of the Year Awards. So as I said, I was in the best hackathon solution. So this is a very interesting story that I would like to share with you guys. With this event, I did pitch, I entered the hackathon, I presented. By the end of the hackathon, which was I think on a Sunday, they did not announce the winners. At the end of the hackathon, they did not announce the winners. Okay, fine, they said we will get feedback. Okay, no problem. I would like to say I was confident, but not so sure that I will actually make it as the winner, because there were a lot of great guys there, a lot of great solutions which are far more developed than mine. So I wake up, it was in the middle of the week, somewhere that week, I woke up getting messages, getting calls. I'm wondering what's happening, because previously, before that day, those people from MTN kept calling me, asking me to come to Joburg. Please come, please come. I did not know why are they so I thought they did that for everyone, because they wanted us to actually attend the event. Okay, guess what? That day came, there was the day of the awards. Okay, I had not had anything during that day. It's fine, I did not attend. The following day morning, because the event was at night, the following day morning, messages on my phone. Neighbor, I get this screenshot that you see here. So the MTN Business SA account on Twitter actually posted that I was the winner. I actually won the best hackathon solution, and I was not aware of that. But now I started getting messages, getting calls, getting all those things. People reaching out to me, they wanted to write articles, how those go. I was actually the winner, guys. So as you can see there, I was not there at stage. They did announce that we won, but I was actually not on stage. So I just wanted to share that story. It was an amazing story that I once experienced with pitching. So here are some tips for you guys when it comes to pitching. What I want you to actually, before you get on stage, before you upload your slide there on the screen, know your audience, guys. You actually have to know your audience. Sometimes you are pitching to investors, sometimes you are pitching to what can I say, maybe clients, sometimes you are pitching to the department, sometimes you are pitching, you have a whole lot of different audience, and they have different interests. So you have to tailor your pitch to the specific needs of the audience in the room. They say there's this thing of read the room. You have to read the room. You are not going to present to investors, to what can I say, present to investors, the department, clients, people you are working with. You are not going to present the same way to all these four different people. You have to tailor your presentation to the specific audience you are pitching for. You are not changing the solution. You must hear me correctly. You are not changing the solution. You are not changing what you offer and all that. You are just tailoring your presentation to the people in the room right now, so that it can actually hit. You must say what they want to hear. You're not going to present as if you are presenting for a spot in a business, what can I say, academy. you are presenting for cash, maybe for funding. These are two different things. When you are presenting for funding, there's a certain way you present. When you are presenting for a sport in a business academy, there must be a certain way you present. So you must actually, the important one now is to define your problem. Make sure that your problem is clearly stated and defined. There's an example that I want to make here for Northwest water scarcity for small scale farmers. So basically, the problem here is water scarcity for who? For small scale farmers. So small scale farmers in Northwest face a severe water scarcity challenge where they can't water or irrigate their farms or gardens. So this is actually a problem which now increases the input cost, because now you have to spend money to actually get water to water there if you don't have water reserves or reservoirs nearby. So if you actually clearly state your problem, it's gonna help us understand why your solution is important, because we now at the back of our minds know that okay, there's this problem is here. So this person is now coming with a solution to solve that problem, you see. So now that is where you actually present your idea. So if your problem was the water scarcity, your solution must be the one addressing that water scarcity you just talked about. So you see now your solution answers the problem, so that when the person listening to you, you have told them about the problem, but don't worry, there is a solution for that problem. Maybe it just needs some funding or scaling or expanding to solve the problem, but you see the two go hand in hand. And as you now tell us about your solution, you must also highlight or showcase the value proposition of the solution. What makes it unique? What makes it different from the other ones that are there in the market? Because I believe there are other solutions or products that want to solve water scarcity, but now what makes yours, this one, unique? What makes it brilliant enough for us to choose this one compared to the other? So that's where now you showcase your value proposition, which is the most important one in the whole presentation. After all that, now you have to include a call to action. So a call to action, some people like to call it a request. So what is your request? What is it that you want? What assistance do you need after presenting your solution? Or what assistance do you need to make your solution come to life, to solve that problem? You see how these things go hand in hand. So what is it that you want? How much do you want? If you are pitching for funding, how much do you want? Do you want 100,000? Do you want 250,000? Do you want 1,000,000? Do you want 10 million? What is it that you want? What is it that you require? Or sometimes you might not want financials. You want actually machinery. You want equipment to start operating. You want a space. Maybe you want land. What is it that you want? What's the call to action? Since you are not only presenting here for fun, you are presenting here for something. As I said, it's one of the revenue streams for my company. We are presenting to actually secure funding or some cash funds. So in my presentation, there must be somewhere where I actually highlight that I actually need to be assisted with maybe 250,000 for this. So for you, when you present your solution, what is it that you want? And the assist or the call to action or assistant or request that you may have is not only financially, as I know some people like to include money, but sometimes you can ask for equipment, sometimes you ask for land, space to operate, So that's some of the things that I want you guys to actually look at when you present, when you are there on stage. So some of the engagements that I've heard, I believe you can see all the images. I'll just go quickly through everything, or rather every image here. The first one there was a hackathon that I attended actually as a mentor. I was invited to the hackathon as a mentor. It was the Telecom LAN hackathon. I remember it was this year, the first image here. So I had to actually give a talk, or rather a keynote. It was nothing long, just simple to encourage the students, tell them what they can expect. As some of them were actually new to the hackathon space and pitching space and whatnot. So the next one here, the next image that you can see in the boardroom is where now I was at the, as I've told you at the first slide, that I'm a facilitator in the Northwest Future Skills program. So this is where I was actually, because in this program we deal with agri-tech, I was actually onboarding the guys and taking them through everything that we do, all the technology that is used in agriculture. So this is also pitching. As you can see, sometimes you may be in a boardroom full of investors, full of people you can partner with, sponsors and all that, where you now actually have to present. I believe you can see with all the different photos here, me presenting, it has been in different spaces, different settings, different environments, and it's actually not all the photos, because sometimes I'm presenting on stage. Actually, a lot of times I'm presenting on stage, but there is no photos of me on stage here. I just wanted to touch base on the other sides of presenting. The photo on the bottom left here is I was presenting at a school. It was an exhibition, so we had to go present in front of school kids. I believe you can see the image. I'm not disturbing. So there is no mic, there is no speakers. You are now engaging with the students here. You know, it's a engagement with the students. You are giving them tips. You are giving them knowledge, teaching them about the technologies, the AI, everything that they don't know, that is new to them. So as you present, some do ask questions, you answer questions as you go. So you see it's a different setting, but you are also presenting. Sometimes it may not be at a school, it might be at a community center, it might be wherever. So you must be prepared to pitch. And then the other one next to it here, it was actually on my graduation ceremony for the AI software development course that I took. So they actually, and it was also a surprise, I did not know this. So they actually asked me to come on stage and give my fellow classmate a word. As this was the year where I actually started my entrepreneurial journey. This was 2022 when I graduated. So I had to go on stage and also encourage the guys, lift them up, tell them how, since we completed the course, what I've done, my journey, because the graduation happened a few months after we completed the course. So it was not just me on stage thanking them, thank you for the certificate. No. It was me actually presenting to them or giving them a talk or a speech as one of their classmates, and I was the one selected for that because of my presenting skills. And then the photo next to it was during my presentation for the Tunzal Role presentation. You can see with the department staff in the background there. So the other one there, where you see the cedars and all that, so that was the Northwest pitching competitions, but for this year, not the one that I talked about previously. These ones were for this year, where we actually made it also to the provincials. So those are the type of engagements that I've done with Blue Dynamics. We came a very long way, and in everything that I've mentioned or talked about in this presentation, also we have managed to raise quite how much? Just less than 100,000. We have managed to raise less than 100,000 from the presentations that we have done, all the visibility that we got, the brand visibility and brand credibility. As some of the presentation that I actually attended, I was invited. I did not apply to go there. Some of them I was invited to actually come on board and present my solutions. Some that I don't have pictures of that I've lost, I was actually invited to come speak or to come be a judge. There was a school that I once went to, Living Faith. They had a robotics competition, what competition there. So they actually invited me there as a judge. So there's a lot of engagements that I've done since 2022, where I started this whole journey. So I just wanted to make this presentation to document my journey and to also share with others who want to take the same journey, maybe not the same as me. You may not be in the tech space, you may not be in what I do, or the education space. You may be in manufacturing, you may be in mining, you may be in anything, glass production, you may be in farming. I just wanted to highlight that this pitching thing that we often overlook as SMMEs is one of the things that we can actually use as a revenue stream. You can use pitching to actually make money. You can also use pitching to bring visibility or awareness to your company, to your brand, to your solution or whatever. To actually, sometimes when you pitch there on stage and don't win, someone in the crowd might have heard what you're actually saying and interested in actually giving you the investment that you need. So that is it for me today. I hope you gain something from my journey, all that I've highlighted. I hope someone out there actually gains something and actually makes money with the tips that I give. Make money, get the equipment, get that land, whatever your call to action is. I just wanted to help someone out there. While doing that, also document my own journey. As you've seen in the presentation, this is based off my own journey. So I'm just giving you guys lessons and tips from what I've went through. I hope you did enjoy the presentation and the video. Thank you so much.